Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Afana Shoyo. I am a photographer, aspiring filmmaker, and I do this for fun, I guess. So please do well to subscribe, like, comment if you like the video at the end. Let's get all of that ball rolling. Anyways, this is a camera review of the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G. I was opportune in January to attend the launch of this device and have a hands-on of the device. And I've been using it in between here and there, my main device, over the last couple months. And this is my camera review for the phone. Now, it features a 3-camera setup, a 32 megapixel selfie camera, a 200 megapixel main camera, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. Now, it has a beautiful 4-camera like rear design, which features the main camera, the ultra wide camera. I think on the Chinese version there's a telephoto camera, but we're using the international version, so that slot is empty, and then the flash slot. Beautiful design. While on the front it has a 32 megapixel camera. Now all of these cameras are powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, so there's improved AI features for people who take a lot of selfies. It doesn't have as much screen processing. It has a fine amount of screen processing, but under sufficient light, it takes beautiful selfies. But then we're not focusing a lot on the selfie camera. Now over to the main camera system. The main camera is a 200 megapixel system that's powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. It shoots raw images, digital negatives, and I think on the normal side, I think it uses about 12 megapixels when you're shooting just normally, unless you turn on the 200 megapixel mode. It just taps in and shoots with a binning of about 12 megapixels. So if you're someone who's not really going to dive into it, it gives you sharp images up to 4 times zoom. Like throughout my tests, if you move up to 4 times zoom, the images are clear. There's very, very little image loss when you zoom in. When you go past 4 times, you begin to see the image degradation. I mean, it's very normal in all cameras, but like with this one, 4 times is plenty for you to take your portrait mode shots. Technically, people who are shooting individuals will always want to punch in a little bit to get that portrait look. Primary system is 22 mm. For people who speak camera, it's 22 mm. So if you punch in 4 times, that's about 72. That's about 72 or 100, and I have to confirm that it takes you well into the portrait category, so it will give you beautiful portrait shots. At night, this camera system is incredible. Oh my god, I'm so in love. It has a 1.7 aperture, so it takes in a lot of light. Like at night, there's very little noise as long as you have some availability of light. There's very little noise. The AI processing on it is just beautiful. And if you switch it over to the professional side, like I said earlier, it has raw shooting capabilities. So you get vast more avenues to be able to manipulate your images in post-production because it gives you digital negatives, and that just allows you to like edit your images a little bit further, which is beautiful. The ultra wide camera is an 8 megapixel, and in proper light it gives you beautiful shots. Now in low light, if there's a lot of movement, it becomes a problem because it doesn't have as wide an aperture as the normal main system. It has, I think, an f2.8 or an f3 system. I'll put that on the screen, and that means that the light intake is a little lower. Now if you hold this very still under low light, then you get good images. Are they as good as the main camera? No, but they're still fairly good as compared to other competitors in the market. Under plenty of light, it's beautiful. It will help you get your architectural kind of shots if you're into that kind of stuff, or for people who attend concerts. Again, you have to hold your camera very still, but it will get the job done. On the video side, it caps at 4K 30, so it gives you really, really good video, taking advantage of that Snapdragon processor to like really push the camera system. So it gives you beautiful video, 4K 30. As I said, if you go down to 1080p full HD, it gives you up to 60 frames a second, which allows for just a little bit of slow motion. Again, it's really okay, but it could be more. I mean, you should be able to push to at least 1080p 120. I don't know why the 120 is not available. Over on the selfie side, the selfie camera caps at 1080p 30. So your front-facing videos are going to be clean. They're going to be good. You should get really good results if you're using this. Now, as someone who shoots with a DSLR, I'm able to see the differences. But for people who are phonographers who their everyday run and gun is their mobile phones, is this a device that I'd advise you to get? It starts off at about just over 700,000 naira. So for the raw capabilities alone, yes, I would go for this device for the raw capabilities alone. I'm not a big fan on the fact that it doesn't shoot raw on the Pro and the entry level model. I used to shoot with the Redmi 11 Pro, and the Pro, not the Pro Plus 5G, came with raw shooting capabilities. So I was always of the opinion that if they were going to bring this, at least the Pro should be able to shoot raw. But then I think Xiaomi is limiting the ability to shoot raw to just their Pro Plus 5G devices. Again, those have the better processors, so you would understand that. But is this something I can fix with a software update? If they can, I would absolutely love it if the brand can, ship it down to the lesser one and let that device shoot raw. I mean, because people who are professional photographers, myself and other people included, would absolutely love to shoot raw on like the mid-level device. But to each their own, I believe. So it's still good. 200 megapixels, plenty of pixels for you to be able to capture detail-oriented shots. So yes, you can play around with it. I played around with the raw settings and shot a couple images in a very dark room with just one light source, and it handled the noise ratio. Like I said, that camera is just a beaut. I absolutely just love that camera. And for someone who shoots a lot of portraits, if I don't have access to my main camera, I absolutely don't mind taking this and shooting natural light portraits with it. I know that it will deliver. Will I recommend it to someone who is looking for a mobile device that will shoot pictures for them? Yes. Again, absolutely recommend the Pro Plus 5G to those kind of people, because you need as much bandwidth as you can get from your images, and the fact that it shoots raw. I'm very particular about raw. Yes, I know how that sounds, but I'm very particular about raw images because you get extra bandwidth to manipulate your images and all of that. So very big on shooting this. There's a couple devices that have come out with the same processor, but a different prime release. I'm hoping to get my hands on that and then do a comparison video. So if you're hopeful to see that video, please shoot me comments down below so that I can try as much as possible to get my hands on other devices and do a comparison. So if you're looking for a phone that is durable, this is the kind of device you want to go for. If you're looking for a phone that will give you a camera that you will absolutely love, this is a device that you want to go for. If you're looking for a phone that can be your everyday go-to, that will serve you wear, tear, up, down, in, out, I'll absolutely recommend the Redmi Note Pro Plus 5G. All right, until the next video, I look forward to seeing you guys. Cheers.